Magic Candy is one of the features of Cookie Run Kingdom that focuses on improving or upgrading epic cookies to give them a chance in the meta or in other game modes of the game. Magic Candy was the central part of some meta due to its big improvements to specific cookies. For some, Magic Candy is a godsend. Improving your favorite cookies will always be a good feeling. But for some others, it's just a massive disappointment every time a new one got released. Today, we'll talk about the history of Cookie Kingdom Magic Candy and why its buffs is so hit or miss. The Magic Candy concept was released on the Happy Holidays update in 2017 in Cookie Run Oven Break. I don't know if DevZ's other games had this, but I can seem to find any. The use of Magic Candy is to improve the cookie. Magic Candies allow for better scoring, making a cookie much better for game modes. I don't play Oven Break, so I don't know how powerful are the Magic Candies in that game. Now going back to CRK, on the version 3.3, the Heroes of Light update, we now have our own Magic Candies. The first candidates for Magic Candies were Espresso, Purple Yam, and Vampire Cookie. At the release, these candies were so powerful back then. Espresso with its extra damage to immune stun targets, stun, and injury, Purple Yam with its absurd amount of bonus stats, and Vampire with its improved nuke and revive. Magic Candies was seen as a good addition to the game due to its good introduction, showing how powerful some cookies can be when their respective Magic Candy will be released. A lot of players were already predicting on what's the next cookie who will get the next set of Magic Candy. After a few months, most of the players were anticipating of the next Magic Candy, till it was revealed that the next 3 cookies were milk, rye, and squid. The improvements were not much, but it was noticeable. Rye and squid ink got a huge damage increase, and milk cookie, well, he just got more sturdier. It was not the best set of candies, but players wouldn't want to waste the new buffs for these cookies. So, even though these new cookies aren't the best in PvP, at least they were used for other game modes such as guild battles. It makes me happy knowing the players would try their best to find some use for these candies and not feel wasted. Until this overpowered candy got released.
Boy!
Cream Puff Magic Candy was the greatest Magic Candy to ever exist, from a bad support to becoming one, if not the best support or healer in the game. From the contents of its Magic Candy, it has all of Cream Puff cookie needs: bonus crit, attack increase for the team, a stun immunity out of nowhere, cream buff which increases skill damage and damage resist, and for the upgrades 10, 20, and 30, she increases team crit damage. That was like a package wrapped in a single support. She became one of the cookies you would use anywhere. Though in PvP, there are more better options than her due to the meta. But in other modes, like World Exploration, Guild Battles, and Guild Alliance, she was a beast. She got both damage and healing, she can act as a main healer, and with low cooldown on her skills. It was such a perfect candy for her. Most of the players' expectations for Magic Candies were now soaring to the skies. Though the next candies released after Cream Puff wasn't on her level, it was still acceptable. Madeline's candy made him beast in attack speed comps, and T-Knight's candy made him become a Dark Soul boss. But good times never last, because in the same update where T-Knight Cookie got his candy, the most disappointing candy was released with him. Wildberry Magic Candy, released on June 21, 2023, was the most anticipated Magic Candy in this update. Wildberry Cookie was one of the cookies that, on release, overshadowed his Queen Mother Holy Berry cookie. When his magic candy was announced, everyone was shocked on how broken he is with his magic candy. Don't get me wrong, Wildberry on his base is very insane. A stun upon activation, knockback punch every time he attacks, damage resist to self and allies, uppercut stun, very big nuke, final blow stun, and an immunity to debuffs. Like what the hell, a cookie with this kind of base skill is getting a candy was like putting more gasoline to the fire, making it even stronger. Then after that, the next scenarios I'm gonna show you is just utter disappointment for magic candies.
Alright, here we go. Very, very simple for a magic candy effect. HP shield blocks damage equal to 3% of max HP for 5 seconds. 3% only? Final blow extra damage, 175%. What? And it says that plus 10 all ally crit resist plus 10%, at 20, 15%, and 30, 20%. It's a mistake, right? It has to be a mistake. There is no way that this is only 3%, right?
Its magic candy was an abysmal. Comparing to Cream Puff magic candy, I feel like Devsys forget to put this magic candy on his base kit. Base Cream Puff was not bad, it just needs a little investment due to her kit needing to crit to get its best value. Raspberry was the meta at that time, so putting crit toppings was a huge heal and damage loss. Cream Puff only needed a little push to show her potential, and she got the push she needed. She got the free crit, some survivability, and bigger heals and damage from her candy. While Wildberry, looking at his candy, feels like Dev Sisters just put whatever they should have put in his base kit and call it a day. Not to mention his level 10 bonus buffs is just bonus crit resist for the team. Some may argue that Wildberry cookie base kit is fine as it is, so Magic Candy is just a bonus. But that's not it. Magic Candy, as a concept, should give this specific cookie a decent upgrade from its base kit, not this magic, oh, I forgot to add this on his base kit, candy. And that was just the start. More of the candies released after him was also disappointing. Sorbet Shark Cookie, one of the fan favorites, the prime raspberry boss killer, also got a mediocre magic candy. While increasing its damage, which was meta for a bit in PvP, due to its massive nuke to front lines, they also gave them injury and healing reduction. Like, is that all? By the time Magic Candy was released, there's a lot of cookies who can debuff enemies like they can. The big damage was noticeable, but they should have given them a much better debuff like defense reduction or a stun. The last next worst candy is Cream Unicorn's candy. Like, what do you mean she now deals damage? Did Devsys forget the main concept of healing units was to heal, not to hurt? Well, except for Carol Cookie because that girl doesn't give a fuck. The only thing this candy was saved from further backlash was its upgraded version, which increases fire damage for the team. I don't understand what were Devsys thinking about their candy. They were meant to build cooldown and silence the enemy and heal allies while they're at it. Now you're giving this cookie a burn debuff that deals ticklish damage. So useless. You may have realized that some magic candies were not mentioned here. It's not because they suck ass, it's because these candies have their niche. Buffs are always welcome in Cookie Run Kingdom. Whether it's a direct buff, a new cookie, or a magic candy, all of these are welcome. I just hope that the buffs they're gonna give, especially in the magic candy area, is stagnant. Some of these magic candies deserve much better, and I hope that in the next set of magic candies, I hope they are not as disappointing like the other magic candies.